All right, good evening, good evening, good evening. So it is 5:55 on 12/12/2023. And today is Tuesday, so it will be around that time for us to start looking for some trades and some entries for the week. So if you previewed my previous videos on Sunday and Monday, you will find that we're starting this review with United States dollar versus the Canadian dollar. And we were looking for buys to go up for price and then coming down for the overall move as a sell for the week. All right. So we ended last night with looking at this breaker block right here. And we see that price has broken up and down and up and around, as well as this 15-minute OB. I like to look at my order blocks on the 15-minute and my breaker blocks on a 5 as well as a 15-minute because there's a little bit more refinement here. All right. So moving in closer for where price is now, this orange line that's designated as our Sunday opening price. And I showed you all this yesterday that price does something when it comes to a lot of different designated areas. It could be relatively equal highs, lows, um, previous highs, previous lows, order blocks, mitigation blocks, fair value gaps. All of those things that I'm naming are under the identification of a PD array, which I will be discussing shortly in the next couple in the upcoming days. But I want to focus on here. So the goal was for price, or excuse me, is for price to reach this black line right here, and there's an alert set, as well as this PD array. And PD stands for premium slash discount arrays, and price likes to change in the state of delivery at those PD arrays. All right. And my focus is the higher time frame ones. So as it pertains to this red line we talked about on Sunday, this is a daily. My apologies for all of the movement. This is a higher time frame that has already been mitigated the last day of November, excuse me, after Thanksgiving, and then it's already been mitigated almost again last week, Thursday, December 7th. So I'm looking for price to come back, take out this previous high, and give me this alert here by coming into this fair value gap, this red identified red area, and then for it to continue to sell. So when I say I'm looking for price to go up to grab that liquidity, which are these previous highs and all of this in between, price to go ahead and clear all that out to fuel itself to come back down. Even though price is coming back down and it's bouncing around on this Sunday opening price, I still want to see it come back up. I want to see price do this and then sell for the rest of the week. Literally for the rest of the week. I want price to come all the way back down to this area where I've already identified the most recent sell side liquidity from December 3rd, the week before last week, excuse me. So that's what I would like to see. And my focus and my hope is that tomorrow it happens and I will be very upset. According to news, we have United States dollar news. Share this tab. We have United States dollar news at 8:30. And then we also have some more news at 2 o'clock. And then 2:30 as well. I have quite a few meetings tomorrow. So I really, really hope that I don't miss this. And my meetings are literally at 9 o'clock and at 2 p.m. Um, so yeah, we just gonna see what price does when it gets there, and then we'll move from there. And if price does not give me that, we'll be looking for that's one option. And then our additional option is for price to do one of these, come up here and there. So once again, I will always say we do not predict the market. We simply react. I'm looking at my fair value gaps. I'm looking at my other PD arrays, which are this green box as a breaker box, a breaker block, excuse me, and then my order blocks, which is delineated in blue right here. And we'll just see what the market has to give. Set your alarms now for 7 o'clock, where the New York kill zone begins. 8:30, where you know that we have high impact news. You saw those red folders, and also setting another alert for 2 p.m. tomorrow as well. So that's United States dollar versus the Canadian dollar. So quickly, we'll go to GU, and I got these alerts earlier today. Middle of meetings and could not do anything about it. But I was happy that it went ahead and happened because my focus for GU from a daily is price still looks like it wants to continue to buy. All right. So, oh my goodness. Price looks like it would like to continue to buy. So price could still come down here to this blue box where there is a fair value gap on a daily. It could, however, when price made its way up here, this entire box right here identifies as price has balanced itself out. So this is balanced, balanced price range. That's why I have it identified as BPR. So price is equal on this side as it is to this side. All the price that was on this cell here, and it made some structure have been broken here. Price went up a little bit here, and then structure was broken again here, broken again here, and broken again here. Price has already balanced itself out. So if it would like to continue to buy up, it could at this point. I would personally like to see it come down a little bit further, bounce off of here, and then go up. But honestly, it does not have to. If price would like to buy where it is, that would make total sense. And the first identification of that buy is what happened earlier today during news, which occurred at 9:30. So let's go back to our calendar. There was 9:30 a.m. news that happened with GBP, the Great British Pound, as well as right the hour before that, there was United States dollar news that was red folder. So there was a lot of news that occurred today. We're coming off of non MF NFP week last week, is non-farm payroll. So that's everyone who works in the United States that does not have anything to do with farming. We came off of that last week, and we came into federal funding rates as well as FOMC economic projections and statements. And those things had a lot to do with the movement that happened today. All right. So for GU, what I would like to see, going back to the 1 hour chart, since we already had our sales for the week, I would like to see price come down possibly one more time. Do one of these here. Price to come and liquidate any previous PD arrays, any higher time frame PD arrays, whether it be fair value gaps that we don't see, any old highs, old lows, anything like that, and continue to buy up. If not, it would be great to see price do the opposite, which is to break these previously old lows, come back, retest, and then to sell. So those are some our options. But once again, we do not predict, we simply react. And that's what I'm looking for with GU. EU, kind of like the redheaded stepchild for me. No offense to anyone, but there's so much going on with the euro on a consistent basis with with EU as a pair with the union on a global aspect. I just let it do its thing. I would like for it to buy as well, just like I would like for GU to buy for this week. and looking at the 4 hour, price did come in and it broke the previous structure. It broke previous structure from yesterday, which we talked about last night. And then it came and it broke structure again today from a structure from last week. So once price goes and it mitigates or takes out the previous high, which was here, and with this news wick, this news candle, price came in and it took out that previous high. I'm comfortable with saying EU, I'm looking for buys for the rest of the week. All right. So United States dollar versus the Canadian dollar, UCAD, I'm looking for sales. The Great British Pound versus the United States dollar, GU, I'm looking for sales. The Euro versus the United States dollar, EU, I'm looking for buys, especially with price kind of coming out of this daily fair value gap, which is a major PD array. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're going for. And I'll come back tomorrow with some information. And I wish you all a wonderful evening, happy trading, and see you all tomorrow.